And like I was saying, Amber Heard is a goddamn. Oh, my fault. We're live now.
Welcome to the channel.
You got us. Yes, yes. Let me make. Amber Heard is a beautiful woman who's telling the truth. She's telling the truth. I can't even say it without laughing. All right.
Good.
Oh my God.
Kurt, come on in.
Civil law.
Oh dear.
Damn, you scared me. You got a beard. You roughed up. What happened? Amber Heard, huh? You was fucking with Amber Heard last night. I told you, man. Get the Amica cream. Get this man Amica cream.
I thought she loved me, mate. You told me she was a good woman. You told me I should believe her, mate.
You got the fingers?
Why are you doing this to me?
Did you lose a finger? Let me see him.
Oh. Hey, Nate, don't say that too loud.
Oh, yeah.
I can relate to Johnny, buddy.
Amber gets around. She's taking out 2 of my white co-hosts. Hey. Don't worry. Keep it.
Hey, you know what? Sleep with crazy, but don't marry.
Oh yeah. So yo, welcome to Nate and Eric. You guys are in for an experience. My God, here we go.
Yes, and Kurt, thank you for coming. Hopefully, we have some more friends who are going to come join us and help get this thing launched. Don't know. Well, remarkably, almost 8,000 people watched our first video, Nate. So
I know. I'll take it. Oh yeah.
Johnny and Amber, people seem to, I don't know, mildly interested, and we're not all trying to take advantage of that in any way.
No. What matter of fact, let's watch some random videos on some trial testimony that just recently happened. Let's do that.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Actually, I want to share one. You had heard about the supercut, hadn't you?
I did.
Okay.
Send us a couple super. Let's watch this.
I've seen several supercuts.
All right. Well, my friend Sadie actually put it together, but David Viva did a supercut remix of it. If I can find the right one. Hold on.
Oh, you pulled up the wrong stream. Uh-oh.
Yeah, welcome. We are a professional lot here.
You better believe it, man.
Oh, good God.
You know what happened to, it's funny. I remember one of my, where were we at? I think we were at my wife's, my wife's father's, we were at like Thanksgiving. So her brother, my wife's brother, was typing in the he had the his laptop was connected to the TV so we could watch YouTube videos on the TV. This was before Amazon. So sure. He was typing in a video and put PO. And you know how the links pop up? It was like Pornhub.
Oh.
I'm like,
clear your history, buddy.
Clear the history. So we're looking out like it's all this porn, like all these links to Pornhub come out. I'm like, this is so embarrassing. And then you got the old people. What's Pornhub? Or they're mispronouncing it. Pornhub. What the hell is that? I'm like, and then I gotta act like I don't know what it is. Like Pornhub. Who the hell knows? Knowing that on my phone is like Pornhub all the time. But I'm like, I don't even know what this is. This guy is crazy watching so much Pornhub. But yeah, it was embarrassing.
Everybody, this is a free stream because we haven't been monetized. I mean, it's literally a brand new channel, and I'm almost tempted to say we could do the Good Logic Joe Neerman thing. If everybody, please put supercut in the chat. Super chat.
This is Arnica cream. Yes, you're right, Arnica cream. But I'm calling it what's it called? Amica cream because that's what the lawyer called it. Let's get up on this supercut. What's up with this supercut?
This is what Viva put together, and I think you'll enjoy it. Now, I want to give credit though because Sadie Rogers spent an immeasurable amount of time putting together 2 minutes of literally Amber Heard remembering. This got cut down to 1 minute with a backbeat. So we'll hear this one, but got to give the original credit too.
All right, here we go.
I remember.
She remembers.
I'm waiting for the beat to drop.
I remember
That's what I remember.
Wow.
By the way, there's another minute
Oh
and
my
10
God.
seconds of it on the original. She did it that many times. The only thing missing was that Sadie's had like this cascading where she was like, I remember, where she got more and more hysterical. I almost wish I was in there with the swelling score behind.
I think Dead Mouse is getting lazy with these remix.
Oh, you be nice to David.
Oh,
my God.
But I do want to ask you though, because you're in that body expert world. What do you think about this? What do you think about her saying "I remember" so many times? Because I know for us, when we took the course about just trying to understand interview and interrogation, they would say things like that. People who continue to use these phrases like "I remember," "I recall," like that type of thing. They was doing that as a kind of like a stopgap to try to figure something out. Yeah, like in other words, I remember, that gives you time to kind of figure something out and then you speak. But again, it doesn't show that they're lying. It shows you that it could be a line of deception. I remember, because you're trying, because generally if you do remember something, you don't start with I remember. You just tell the story.
I did this, I did that. We went there, and
not I remember.
It's statement analysis.
Yeah.
The same principle. Like here's a great one. If I say, Kurt, did you stick your hand in the till? And then you answer,
I remember when I stuck my hand in my till. Yes.
Well, not that till. But if you say,
it even sounds awkward that he said the fact that you said I remember, that even sounds
no. I meant is a variant of it. An answer you might hear is, I would never do that. Well, you know what? That's actually not denying. It sounds like that, but you didn't say you didn't do it. You said, I would never do that. So you know what? Well, I robbed the till. It's not going to work out for me right now. So I would never do that. So it sounds like a denial. And that's the kind of thing. I remember is another hedge. I remember, because you're not saying this happened. I remember. So you're qualifying it automatically. So it's a shave of what's going on with that. Oh, well, looks like super chats are coming from another channel. Guys, I will be killing the stream on Eric Hunley and Layback News. I do appreciate the super chats for now, but please come on over to the main stream, because I'll be dropping in just a few minutes. I think I'll definitely try to keep announcing it, and hopefully everybody will come in here into the new channel and subscribe while you're here, guys. Literally, we're trying to build this. It's new. I think you'll enjoy it.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Yeah, the big YouTube stuff. So, did you pull up the reenactments for Amber Heard?
Not yet, but I was going to show one more that came up during yours. I thought you'd want to see it. It is literally, hold on, let me start it over. I have to work the controls properly. And, okay, good. I want to make sure.
For a long time, and eventually turned the key and drove home.
This is undignified. The Guardian says this is undignified.
I did when I got home. I don't remember.
Oh my God.
I went to my therapist.
Oh my God.
I told her, Junction hearsay.
Yo, those people, TikTok is cold. They are cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. That's a cold-blooded hit. Oh my God, yeah.
No, do you have the reenactments, Nate, or do you?
I remember.
Oh, here, let me send them to you. I thought I sent it to you. My bad.
Or I was gonna say you could share your screen if you have it right there.
I do. I gotta pull it up. Hold on, let me make sure. Nope, but I have it saved, so I'll pull it up.
Okay, perfect. And folks, while Nate is pulling this up, just to let you know, I have pinned a comment in the chat, both chats on Layback News and Eric Hunley. It's also in the description. I'm going to cut the stream now because we're going to start going into the main content. Please come over, use the link. I do deeply, deeply appreciate it very much. And I will see you here soon, I hope. And
all right. So let's start. I'm just going to make sure this is the right one.
All right. Hopefully I did that right. Oh, the numbers didn't drop too much. Okay, good.
All right. So let me share my screen. So this is the best reactions of TikTok, but this is going to be good.
You have the power.
So we're,
oh God, yes, I've seen that one. Yeah.
So we're about to watch is that people are going to reenact Amber Heard's testimony. So we get to see it play out as she tells it. So people are going to play it out.
Did we switch channels or something? Did we switch channels? I'm confused.
We're on the Nate and Eric channel.
Okay, fine, thanks.
And I got up in my car. I walked to the car. I didn't say anything. I made a point to not say, "Oh, it's okay," or anything like that. I just didn't say anything. I got up. I went to the car. I sat in my car, and I felt like I sat there forever. I didn't want to turn the key. I just leaned my head up against the window, and I remember just seeing my breath on the windshield. You know, on the glass of the window of the door.
I got you.
Seeing my breath and trying to will myself to have the strength to know what I should do in this moment, because I was heartbroken. And I sat there for a long time, and I eventually turned the key and drove home.
You know, I wish somebody would reenact some of what she describes too, like how she's saying, my head was turned to the window and boom, I'm slapped in the face. It's like, what, did his arm come through the window and slap you? Or how did the mechanics of this work?
Look, we got a couple of the slap and turn ones too, because it doesn't make any sense. So they're here too. So Kurt, what would you judge that first one?
That was good.
Yeah, I think let's scale it 1 to 5. What do you think, Eric? 1 out of 5.
The one we just saw?
Yeah.
3.5.
I think Eric's right.
Yeah, I'm at a 4, 3.5, 4.
4 to 4.5 for Pinocchio.
Oh yeah, Pinocchio was good. Yeah, Pinocchio was good.
And David's supercut. What do you guys think on that? It's long.
I'm at a 3 with David's supercut. I like it, but just hearing her say "I remember" is like, she says it so many times. So I like it because I'm a harsh judge of the supercuts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What about you, Kurt? What you think?
Yeah, I think 2.5 for David's one.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'd laugh probably when three's sort of the minimum threshold for me retweeting it. And I don't think I'd retweet it.
Yeah, I don't think I'd retweet it. It would be yeah. Even though I would definitely retweet the nose one. This one would get a retweet. Let's see this one.
Do you know my clients?
Don't know.
Isn't it true that your relationship with my client is entirely platonic?
I don't remember.
Would I be accurate if I described your relationship as totally professional?
I don't know how.
It's not your relationship with my client, boink! Bad baby. Did you ever not make laugh? Did you?
It wasn't him. It was Black.
Liar!
He's badgering the witness.
It's his witness.
I've never been so scared in my life.
Okay, if they cut the last 20 seconds and that was the video, I would bring it to a 4.5 with the real quick snaps between them. The lead up going to it, I feel like took away. So I'm going to go with, I don't know, 2.5 to 3.
Same.
Yeah, I'm with you, Eric. 2.5. It's funny, but I don't think it's shareable. It's not a share. It's shareable. Like I can share it. Here we go.
I didn't realize at the time, but I think he was using cocaine because it was like there was a jar.
Look at Johnny. He's like, yeah, that was a jar, baby.
Look what I got. I got a jar of dirt. I got a jar of dirt. And guess what's inside it?
That one is just goofy, but it is kind of funny in a twisted way.
It is.
Kurt, what would you give that one?
Yeah, that's a 2.5. It's funny. You got a chuckle out of me.
Nate?
Yeah, a 2.5. I bet a 2.5 with that one.
Me too.
No, I'm probably at a 3. I'm at a solid 3 with that one. Because of the jar of dirt and the cocaine. Yeah, I'm at a solid 3.
Okay.
Here we go.
Excuse me. I didn't hear the beginning of what you started saying.
I said, let's start with the makeup.
Okay.
Okay. Are you familiar with Amica cream?
What is it?
Amica?
Amica?
Yes. Okay. And you don't know whether she had applied Amica cream, correct?
No.
And
I didn't even know what Amica cream is.
Do you know whether she had applied any Amica cream that morning to her face?
No.
In any of those 3.5
When?
years, do you know whether Amber had any Amica cream on that day?
No.
Do you know whether she was wearing any Amica cream?
Sir, if you could just answer
I'm
the
sorry.
question.
I'm totally sorry.
Thank you,
Sorry.
sir.
That no.
All right. Let's see. That's a 4, maybe 4.5 for me. That's a definitely share. I'm gonna share that one. That's a sharer. What about you guys? What do you guys think?
I think the only way that could be improved is with the end card, as it were. If it had said, perhaps you meant arnica cream underlined with like a picture of the box, because then it would punch home why it's funny, because you have to understand the reference. So the only way this meme could be better is by changing that last card. But since I understand the reference, that's a solid one. 4.5 out of 5.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, that's pretty high. That's a 5. It's hard. That'd be hard not to give it a 5, but yeah, it's a good one. What do you think, Eric?
I'm going to go 4. I mean, I like the animation and everything, but the irony is that you could just play the testimony back and it has almost the same effect.
Good point. But you know what? I give it that extra half a point or even a point for the 5 because of the animation. I like the animation because that's a lot of work that went.
I liked her. It's a mean bit, but the thing is that I liked it on her, but I think Isaac actually was more interesting looking in real life than his animation.
Oh yeah.
So it took away from him, added with her. I don't know. I mean, it's good, but
nope. Let's see what we think about the next one.
I noticed he was drinking Beck's and tea, like lots of tea, and I didn't foolishly think anything of it. I just, thought the man really seriously, I missed it before, but really, really loves tea.
That's her tea story. What was up with the tea thing anyway? Why does she focus so much on the
I don't
tea?
know. Hopefully it has a payoff eventually.
I don't know. Maybe she's saying you went to the bathroom 26 times a day or something. I don't know.
maybe. This one was actually a 2 for me. It's like the tea thing, it's all right, but it's not really like a 5 or even a 4.
No,
I wouldn't even give it. I wouldn't even give it a 2.5. A 3. What about you, Eric?
3.
I'll split the difference. 2.5.
Next one.
He took a handful of pills, and I didn't count how many, but when I came back downstairs, I did the math on the amount that was left, and I think it was either 8 or 10. I can't recall as I sit here now, either 8 or 10 pills of MDMA
That he had taken or that were left?
I remember we had a conversation about the amount that he took. So I remember saying, you
Objection,
took,
hearsay.
I'll sustain the objection.
there were only a few left in the bag, so I think it was what he took. And I said, Johnny,
Objection, hearsay.
He confirmed that he took that amount and that he could take that amount.
And what amount?
At this point, there were 10. He had taken 10, 8 or 10. I can't recall.
And when you say it,
Is that car girl?
I'm not sure. That's the same one from the car. Yeah, yeah.
But definitely not 9. 9 is right out. It's either 8 or 10.
What do you guys think about that one? Directly for the testimony, huh?
If you can cut it down to 1/4 of the length, I'd give it more, but I'm gonna sit at a 2 just because it's like, okay, I'm starting to look at my watch. When's the next video? Are we done? You know, she does a good job expressively, but the car one kept me engaged. I don't know why. I thought that was funnier. It was still long too, but she's got to tighten these up.
Yeah. What about you, Kurt?
I said 2.
Yeah, see, I'm at a 3 with this. I'm at a 3 because I like the math piece, but I think you're right. When I'm a commando raid when it comes to these memes, I like to get in and get out. This had me in too long. That was the problem. The reason why this isn't better because it had me in too long. So I'm agreeing with you, Eric.
Yeah, the math is done though. The math is done in 10 seconds. So it's like, okay, there's your one joke.
Yeah,
got the joke,
and then we kept going on.
What now?
So I remember he came into the trailer and looked around and was like, whoa, what happened here? Whoa.
Where? What happened here?
He was drinking a lot of tea. Like a lot of tea. Okay.
Drink tea. There's lots of tea.
Johnny grabbed her wrist and kind of twisted it and pulled her into him and said, do you know how many pounds of pressure it takes to break a human wrist? Huh?
Just apply a couple pounds of pressure. Snap your wrist.
I knew that was from a movie. That one, I was like trying to figure out which movie it was.
That one I didn't know about, but that is hilarious.
That's hilarious. Wow.
It's informative too.
And she said it twice. Informative. She said it twice because later on she talked about pounds of pressure on her wrist, if I recall.
Yeah. That's a real psycho thing to say to somebody when you're holding their arm. You know how many pounds of pressure it takes to break an arm? Like, oh shit, let my arm go. What's the judgment?
I love the information at the end. Overall, I thought it was weak. 2.5. It wasn't strong, but I love the info at the end. So that'll bring me from the 2 to the 2.5. Thanks for the education.
I'll concur.
All right. Yeah, we'll only agree with that one. That's 2.5.
Welcome to our home. Remember, give us a smile, dear. Wait, follow me. So as I mentioned, this table is Italian. And Amber, no! Stop, no! Amber, no! Not on the couch. Sorry, everyone, she's learning. I'm about to take you where the magic happens. Spent $30,000 in these sheets imported from Egypt. Probably the best sheets I could. Amber, what are you doing? No, come on. We talked about this. Stop. Oh, she just needs a little bit of TLC. Come on, to the bathroom, dude. Like I said about these sheets, makes you feel all nice and warm. Take a little Johnny snooze. So, Amber, no poo-poos in the bed. And now for the coup de grace, the Moroccan tiled bathroom. Yes. Amber. Oh, she's learning. I'm sorry about that. I think it's time for you to go.
That's all.
That's solid.
That's a 5. That's a 4.5 to 5 because their commitment was perfect. He had the voice down solid, and every time you flashed to her, she just had that face. I mean, they were all in. That was.
I'll give you 4. I'll give you 4.
Nate,
what's up?
What are you giving it?
I'm thinking I'm at a 4. Because I'm thinking it could be a 5, but I'm at a 4. I'm just not right there, but it's good. That's good. And the one thing I think, because I usually don't like longer ones, but this one kept my attention nicely. Like, and his mannerisms were perfect.
His voice, was spot on.
Is that Johnny? I was like, this is like a goddamn, almost like Johnny Depp. So it was good. Yeah. Those were good. Well, what do you guys think about you guys think but quick question before we go to the next one. Do you guys think that that we're going to get more media attention covering this case? Because it seems like
with
the media
Cross,
like really.
You have to with Cross. I mean, this is the part that's unbelievable. It's her direct testimony that is having everybody going, "Oh my God, this person's a nut." It's on her side. It's like, wait a minute, this is the most favorable moment for her in the entire trial, I would think.
One would think.
And no, I don't think so. So that's what blows me away. It's like, who the hell is going to pull her out of this?
Who knows? Who knows? Let me share this. Hold on. Let me give you this. StreamYard, you're acting up again. StreamYard, you better hope nobody else comes up and says, we're going to do this and make it easy for people. StreamYard does not do it. All right, here we go. Oops, sorry. Boop.
My dog stepped on a bee.
My child spilled my tea.
My dog took a big wig.
My dog stepped on a bee.
My dad has to pee.
My mom's stuck in a tree.
My squirrel got bit by a flea.
Trailer at some point. My dog stepped on a bee.
What's up with the face after the dog stepped on a bee? What the hell was this about?
I
know.
Her,
like that. Like, why make that face? My dog. And how the fuck does? All right. And maybe again, I don't have a dog, but stepping on bees seemed like it would be a little difficult, like the mechanics of it. So what's up with the stepping on a bee? Is this like something that happens? Because it seems like everybody was like, dog stepping on bees. What the, it's like me stepping on a fly. That shit just don't happen.
Well, I'm sure that somewhere in this world with all the flies and all the bees and all the people and all the dogs, that could occur, but it's kind of what? So
it's not something that you hear a lot. Like, my dog stepped on a bee.
Maybe she loves bees and the dog stepped on it and the poor little bee was crushed into pieces, and Amber with her big heart is crying for the poor bee.
I don't know.
I was walking out of the bedroom, slapped me across the face. I turned to look at him and I said, Johnny, you hit me. You just hit me. Every time I was walking out of the house, he would ask me, that's really what you're wearing, kid? Oh, I see. I wore a dress to an event once and I felt pretty in this dress I picked out. And I showed it him, kind of thought it was weird. He wasn't saying anything about it. I left him to go do this red carpet. And I was like, did you see the event I went to? I felt pretty. And I thought, like, did you see that? When I brought up the dress and the event, I said, did you see that thing? And he said, yeah, I think the whole world saw that, kid. That's how they'll remember you. That's how the world will remember you. Oh, come on. I mean, it's like, but I felt good in it. I felt good. And he said, yeah, kid, that's what you're putting out there in the world. No one will ever forget that. And that's all they'll see you as. That's what you wanted. That's what you were going for.
Oh, good God.
My dress was low cut, but I felt really embarrassed that I wore that. It wasn't just like, hey, you're not allowed to wear that. It was like, oh, really? That's what you're wearing. No wonder you get cast in those roles. No wonder you that's what you are. That's what you're making it. Then there would be a blow up. Calling me.
See, Jesus, is it done yet?
the problem, yes, you mean people, we're going to fast forward through this because I see, almost done. But the problem is that whenever I'm looking at my watch about a meme, we're too long into it. Like right now, they owe me points, right? We're doing about a scale of 5. They owe me like 5 points now because I had to watch all this. So so get your geek.
1. Solid 1.
Really close to my head. Then he would disappear and get clean and sober, and he'd come back and tell me he was done drinking, he was over it, and then he would go back to this like unreal, unbelievably nice, sensitive, kind.
Yeah, this meme is a movie. Look how long they have. Wow. Huh?
Good.
I'm moving to the next move. This
Please.
is a 2-minute meme. Moving to the next one.
At this point, we're sitting next to each other on the edge of the couch, or I was on the edge of the couch. I was just sitting there on this carpet, looking at the dirty carpet, wondering how I wound up.
I hate being seen as
1 to a 1 so far. Those two.
These are horrible. Yeah, they got to get the meme game up. These are horrible.
Yeah.
Let's go to the list last.
Oh, there's our nose.
There's the nose one. So they have that one in here. Let's see if we can find something good. Here's one. So every time she takes, every time she tries to go to the bathroom, she goes, I don't know. I like this one, but I don't love it. I don't
know. And again, I mean, you got it in one shot. Boom, done. 8 seconds.
Yeah. Judging these memes is just.
That should have been a Vine. It was a Vines that had the 7 second. That would have been a Vine.
7-second limit. Yeah. These last couple of ones have just been all zeros. But one thing I am interested in going into next week, though, what I did want to ask both of you about is that what do you think? What do you think Amber's story or narrative is going to be going forward? Because right now,
more of the same, I would imagine.
But this problem of nobody believes her. And if I'm the attorney, I'm thinking, right, just understanding that I got to go in the next week and I'm trying to win a case, and doing what we're doing is not winning, it's losing. So how do you adjust to try to do it? You know what I'm saying?
I really don't know because it's cross. So everything that you're sharing is the Johnny's lawyer should be doing all the talking. We should only hear yes and having her look panicked.
That's true. I don't know. It's so weird because I'm just hoping that a lot of times, like even when you're doing these cases and you're trying to evaluate these things, Kurt said it best the other day. He was like, we try to look at it without a bias. So you're just trying to look at it from the facts that are presented. But even from the facts that are presented, things just seem so out of place, so unbelievable. But sometimes I'm always fearful that we're in our own bubble. And our own bubble is saying one thing, and I'm thinking like everybody else in the bubble. Do you guys ever feel that way?
Sure. Look, somebody's straightening out. Maybe that's it. Maybe he drinks a lot of Long Island tea.
Maybe that's what she's implying, but she's certainly not saying it. So at the moment, it's not connected to anything. Speculation. No. That's what she's saying.
Calls for speculation. Oh my God. Well, have you guys seen anything else? Other stuff that's happening in the news? What about this? Have you guys seen how the rap community now was all blown up because of the indictments of Young Thug? A famous rapper's just been arrested for RICO violations. Looks like he's going to wait for 100 years.
RICO, criminal RICO.
Not RICO. With that.
All right,
RICO. Okay.
So back in the so for those of you who don't know, back in the day, the government had a problem. It was called the problem, right? It was called the crime boss loophole in criminal law. So for those of you who don't understand what the crime boss loophole is, I'm going to teach you a little law today. The crime boss loophole was famously coined for Al Capone, in the sense of you can always get all the underlings, but you can never get the top guy. So for Al Capone, for instance, they only got him on tax evasion charges. They were like, he's making so much money, he's not paying taxes. They got him on tax evasion. They couldn't actually get him on any of the other criminal enterprise. So, in the 70s, President Nixon signed a law called a RICO statute. It was the racketeering, but it's about criminal organizations. Influence Corrupt Act.
Yeah.
And the RICO Act was designed to essentially close that loophole. And that loophole, and they were trying to close that loophole to be able to get the crime boss. So what they said is that we're not going to prosecute really individuals, but we're going to prosecute the whole organization as like a criminal conspiracy. So if the top boss, if we could prove that he's part of this organization, then we're charging everybody in the organization with the crimes. So you can get up to 5 years to life in prison. And that's how they've gotten John Gambino and everybody else. They get them through RICO. So they're saying you're a part of a corrupt organization. So anybody who's doing corrupt things as part of the organization, you get as much time as they got. Now, they've turned it into a kind of a race. Now the media is turned into like this race thing now. Like, oh, they're only going after black people for RICO violations, but that's not true. John,
they're also
Gotti,
going
everybody-
after Trump's friends, aren't they? I thought they
Trump's
were trying
friends
to
are going
use
after RICO?
RICO, and they're not black. I mean, that's
but so everybody understands RICO is something that's used a lot by the federal government, especially when you have scams. So everybody said what a racket is. A racket is a scam. So you may have a prostitution racket, a protection racket. They're just various forms of scams. They call it rackets. You may have used it. People in the chat may have used the term rackets, to describe types of scams. So with the government,
talking about Nick that way.
so essentially, what happens, what the government does, there are a lot of different cases that the government uses because the government loves RICO. Varsity Blues with Lori Loughlin, that was prosecuted under RICO. A lot of people don't realize it. It was mail fraud, but it was prosecuted under RICO. So that's how they got everybody involved, because it was a racket. It was a racket that involved the school, them faking stuff. So that racket got everybody in the RICO, and it was organized crime on the people on the top. So even that had RICO charges in it. So RICO is used very frequently by the government when you have a whole bunch of people involved in the scam, and that's what's happening here. And Tekashi 6ix9ine, Cardi B's friend, the Blood Street Gang here in New York, in California. It's all it's all get caught up in the racketeering charges. And in Georgia, the state passed their version of RICO, a state level racketeering, and that's what young Thug is getting caught up in now. Him and his 25 people are getting caught up with state level RICO charges, which can send them to jail for the rest of their life. So that's essentially, and the good part about it is that his song lyrics, in the indictment, his song lyrics, like he's been confessing on songs for years, so they got his song lyrics and all that stuff showing how he was, he's been a part of.
Is that like the author who wrote "How to Murder Your Husband" is currently being tried for murdering her husband?
Exactly. It was like, this is a good fucking story. Let me write this shit up. So
this is going well here. Let me put my plans out there. See how the reviews come in and say, yeah, that'd be a good method.
Yeah. But now,
the police start thinking that would be a very good method indeed.
Yeah, let me listen. And they're gonna be fans of rap. Like, yo, Cardi's my, like, you can see the cops. They all listen to rap music all the time. Oh, that's those are the person you're after. So I don't understand why. One thing though, and this is probably why they're criminals, right? Because criminals are generally stupid. Why, if you're going to plan a hit, why rap about it and tell everybody you're planning a hit?
That's for mankind. We're very blessed by the fact that most criminals are dumb.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the best I can think of.
Also, that most criminals confess to the police. It helps a lot.
Saves time.
Yeah, like I was covering that nurse Vaught trial with the nurse who got convicted of manslaughter because she gave the wrong medication, and I covered the first 2 days of her testimony in my trial. And she talked to the police, and I got to listen to it for 2 hours, and I'm like, oh yeah, she's toast. And I'm reasonably convinced that had that interview not happened, not only would she not be convicted, she probably wouldn't have been charged. So I'm like, yeah, don't talk to the police.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's crazy because and that's so all you people know, that's the one thing we always tell everybody. Don't talk to the police are not your friend, right? They are not your friend. And you don't know how many freaking times, I was about to say the other word, how many freaking times you get a call from a client. No, help me, the cops got me. All right, cool, no problem. Keep your goddamn mouth shut and wait till I get there. And you get there and they got books there and wrote. Like, what the hell did you write the book for? You told them everything? You even told them what the fuck I said. That was
well, as a criminal defense attorney, that makes my job a lot easier because I can tell you how screwed you are.
What the hell's wrong with you?
Your options,
oh my God.
Your options are pleading and getting 15 years or getting convicted and getting life. Those are your choices. Let me know which one is it for you. And I'm out. I'm civil mic drop.
Yo, I had one guy, I'm fucking sitting there. I'm like, yo, you kind of gave it all up, right? And he's like, I'm like, why'd you tell the cops everything? He's like, oh, because the guy was such a nice guy, and I felt like I could talk to him. I'm like, that's fucking ain't no nice guy. He was so convincing. I'm like, yeah, that's their job. I'm like, but you didn't trust me when I said keep your fucking mouth shut. You trust him when he fucking gives you a soda. Like, oh, I can talk to the guy. He told me he can help me out. I'm like, yeah, he's helping you right to the jail.
And it's even more frustrating in the United States because the United States is the only country in this world where the police will tell you, shut up. They will tell you, shut up.
No, nobody
you have
listens
the
to
right
that.
to remain silent. Do you want to waive these rights? Okay.
No,
well, the good
nobody
news
cares.
is, confirm this, Nate. You've had a lot of cases. I'm willing to bet that a good margin of them, if they did shut up and they had a lawyer, the lawyer would say, yeah, get back to us and you have something. And then nothing would ever happen. Nothing would ever come out of it. They just don't, there's not enough there. So they're using every bit of, what would you say if I said that somebody saw you walking by at 2:00 yesterday?
I'd say I want an attorney and I want to remain silent. That's what I'd say.
Yeah.
But they know how to use those little tricks. There was a client one time of mine who got pulled over by some cops, and the cop pulls the guy over, and he's got like a bong or something in the car, like, whatever materials, but the cop can't see it. So the cop pulls him over for changing the lane incorrectly.
Mm-hmm.
So he pulls him over, and my client's his eyes are a little red because he said, I don't know why his eyes are red. He says
allergies.
He got some allergies or whatever. But anyway, his eyes are red. Cop looks at his eyes, pulls them out, smells nothing. So the cop uses the silly cop trick. He's like, oh, have you been smoking? Your eyes are so red. If I gave you a drug test right now, could you pass it? So my friend is all scared because he's like, shit, I was smoking weed yesterday. I don't know if I can pass a drug test. So he's all scared and frightened.
This is where the Pop Brothers at Law come out, because in this situation, you can use the slightly modified version of I don't want to talk about my day, which also is fairly effective. Not so effective for formal interviews, but more effective, I think, probably for the pullover. It's like, I don't want to talk about my day. It's an answer to great questions like, where are you coming from? Where are you going? What's in the car? I don't want to talk about my day.
This guy.
That works.
This guy wants to talk about the day. So the cop says the magic word. Cop says the magic word. Well, listen, if you got nothing to hide, let me take a look in the car and we'll be all right. Right? So he says, or I can
no. I don't want you to look in my car.
Or he says, oh, we can wait for the dogs, but we can wait for the dogs or the drug kit, but
can't do that either.
It's up to you. Of course they can't. Now, the reason why they say that, because they can't hold you for a dog. This is a Supreme Court case. Justice Scalia wrote the opinion. So if the cops say we're holding you for a dog, they're fucking lying. They can't hold you for a fucking dog. And the second thing is that they can't search unless you give them permission. So unfortunately, consent was given clearly, like yeah, please search, and some contraband was found. But the thing is that people have to understand, if you just sat there in a car and said nothing and said, here's my license and registration. If you're going to write me a ticket. And no, you cannot search my vehicle. There would have been nothing a cop could do. He's paying a $50 fucking ticket and call it a day. But now we got charges. Now we got this. Now we got that. Now it's got drug paraphernalia. So that's why we consistently say most people confess on themselves, because the cops can't search his car. I couldn't have done any of that without him allowing the cops to do it. So, I'm not trying to teach you guys how to be criminals. What I am trying to teach you guys is how to be smart so you don't get yourself in trouble. Does that make sense?
And the thing is, like, you don't even necessarily know if you are committing crimes, because or what the police will think about what they could find in your car. Like, you could be completely innocuous, but there might be something in your car that's fully legal that for some reason makes the police think of something else, because you have no idea what's going through their mind about what knowledge. Like, I don't know, maybe there was a bank robbery really recently and the guy was wearing a blue jacket and suddenly they find a blue jacket in your car. Maybe that gets them to think about something. It's like, you don't even know what your exposure is. You don't have a clue. Just remain silent. Don't interfere with them, right? If they're going to search your car, don't try to interfere with them, right? That's what your lawyers
but deny them. Deny them.
You can say no, just be like,
very clear denial.
Just please just say no, I'm not giving you permission. Say that a couple times. If they continue doing it, don't try to physically stop them. That's what motions to suppress are for. But for the love of God, don't consent. That'd be great.
And be very clear, because
Be
you
very
have
clear.
the people where
I did not give consent to this. I did not give consent to this.
Yeah,
This
you got
is
to,
not
yes,
correct.
yes. No, because you got the people who, well, you see, you know,
No,
do
you just gotta
really
be-
want
no,
to-
no.
Yeah, you got to be like, hell fucking no.
See, this is also what happened in that somewhat famous case where the guy asked for a lawyer dog, because everyone misunderstood that opinion, including like even lawyers misunderstood that opinion, because the guy says, I want a lawyer dog. And it's like, oh, it's because he asked for a lawyer dog. That was the problem. A cop didn't understand what dog meant. No, that was not the problem.
Instead of dude.
If you go read the opinion, it was not the problem that he said lawyer dog. The problem was he said, maybe I should get a lawyer dog.
Oh.
And that is not a request. It has to be unambiguous. If he had said, I want a lawyer dog, sure, but he didn't say that. He said, maybe I should. Not sufficient.
Okay, another thing, Nate, and you can confirm this too, or Anchor, I don't know. I know Nate spent more time in stations. That's why I'm leaning.
That's fine. That's fine.
A technique in interrogation, everything else, is first to sit them in the room and then take an hour or two to even bother getting to them, so they can just sit there and cool their heels for a while. And I think that helps inspire, because people want to get out of there, and they are banking on people wanting to just get the hell out of this room with these cops. And it can be like, oh, well, you know, let me go get you. And then they take off for a half hour or whatever, just take their time and let them just stew and stew and stew. Nothing to do, nothing to look at. I imagine they take the phone away. I haven't done anything there, but you know, it's very uncomfortable to sit in a room for a long time with nothing and nobody. And that's pressure.
Yeah. But there are rules to the game for us, especially when you're talking about, because it all depends if you're there voluntarily, if you're there, you know, if you've been arrested. So there are a lot of different technical rules to the game. But generally, though, if it's a, we want you to come to us. So we want you to come to us. We'd rather not go, because we want you to be uncomfortable. That's why the rooms are the way they are.
Yeah.
A lot of things people don't understand too is people think that cops are there to fight you when they're in interrogation, which is totally different. I'm there to be your friend. I'm gonna feed you, like you're not gonna be suffering. I'm not gonna beat you.
You want some McDonald's? You want some
here's
pizza?
some food.
You
Here's
want
some
a Coke,
soda.
coffee, maybe?
Let's talk
Soda?
about the game last night. Hey,
Yeah.
check this new app out on my phone. I am there to be your best goddamn friend. Matter of fact, I was there one time, spoke to a guy for like 3 hours. And after that, the guy asked me for a number. And I said, listen, I don't have boobs and tits, but if I did, this would be good, but it just ain't happening, right? The guy still wanted to talk to me, came back, right? I'm still the one who came back and said, hey, let me talk to the cop that I talked to for so long, because this guy knows so much about me. I'm like, I don't know. But that's what you want to do. You want to make them be your, like, you want them to just open up, and they open up like, you know, but sometimes they open up and tell you too much. But so it's really, the best investigators that I've always saw make you feel like you're there in an hour. They can make you feel like that's your best friend, and you could tell them anything.
Yeah, you're the ally. You're trying to be the ally. And by the way, it's you and them against all the other cops, because all those people outside the room are putting this pressure on, you know, well, we need to tell them something.
Tell them I want a lawyer and I want to remain silent. That's, once again, it's really just that easy. Just memorize the phrases and repeat them like a mantra. I want to remain silent. I want a lawyer. Just that. It's so easy.
But the thing is that, see, a lot of people think it's so, you think it's easy, but there's ways to put the pressure on you where it doesn't, where it's not that easy. You got the nerve. You tell me, hey, Bree, you got the nerve to come tell me that you want a lawyer, right? I'll say, sure, you want a lawyer, right? And then you got you do what your ass does. You sit down in that room for an hour, and we wait, and then we come back, and I come back with handcuffs. We're gonna place you under arrest and get your lawyer for you. Well, hold the fuck on.
Great.
Hold the fuck on, right? Because I come in with handcuffs. Stand up. We're gonna arrest you because we don't. You know. I mean, you'll talk to your lawyer downtown,
which they may or may not be actually intending to arrest you.
Oh no! There's been many times.
It could be a bluff.
Listen. That's the trick. That's the trick. But that's why you got to come with cuffs in hand. You come with the uniform. All right, we're gonna take you downtown and arrest you. Like at that point, when they see those
downtown,
when they see those cuffs, though, There's a lot of them. Hold on. Before we talk to the lawyer, let me talk to you, officer. No. You said you wanted a lawyer. We got to go downtown. This is bullshit. Please. I want to go home. No. There's no going home tonight. Don't worry. Don't talk to me. You've got your right. Don't talk to me unless you want to. Yes, I really want to tell you something. I don't want to hear shit. Unless you want to tell me the full story. You got to now I got you signing papers, giving up your rights, and now we're having a conversation. All right, now let's sit down, let's talk. All right. So what did you want to say? And that's exactly how it goes. So we go from I want my attorney to let me see if I can get out of here in 5 seconds.
Like I said, they want out. I mean, it's an imperative. Everybody wants the hell out of there.
Oh, hell fucking yeah. Hell yeah. What's up, Bree?
What's
Bree's
up?
in the
Popped in a little in an intense moment.
We're trying to tell people to shut the hell up.
Yeah.
So don't talk to the police. That's what we're telling people. We're giving them life advice right now. We're giving them life advice.
I was watching when you first started talking about the RICO charges with Young Thug and Gunna. Are you guys still talking about that?
We might get there. Well, it's a segue. Yeah. Well, welcome to Nate and Eric. That's the beauty of it. Actually, speaking before we jump to the RICO, I've got something to share that is a piece of life advice. If you're going to hang out with your other girlfriend, you best not be doing this on a screen.
Oh dear.
Oh
dear. Oh dear.
What the fuck? Oh man.
There's some life advice for you. I love his casual.
Maybe he's just shy. Maybe he doesn't really like the public displays of affection. Maybe that's the issue. And he's totally loyal and faithful. He just doesn't really like the PDA. I understand this. I'd be uncomfortable if I were on the big screen kissing a girl. So I get this.
Okay.
He looked like he got caught to me.
I think it's a known
looking for charitable interpretations.
And yes, Linda, well put. If it can go off rails, it will. That is for sure. Okay, so Nate, who's muted, has brought
Eric, share this. This is a quick, ad transition. I want you guys to watch this ad. Let me know what you think. This is my favorite Texas attorney. His name is the Law Hawk.
Brian Wilson, Texas Law Hawk. Brian Wilson, the Texas Law Hawk. Talons of justice. Due process. Do wheelies. It's hot out here. Brian Wilson, El Halcon de la Ley. Brian Wilson, the Texas Law Hawk.
Hey guys.
Oh my God.
Well. It's no refusal weekend, so you have to blow. Otherwise, you're gonna lose your license. These are 100% accurate. Blowing it. Surprise, failed. Blow.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Someone just called me.
Oh no, he actually found a midget.
That's why you don't blow. Brian Wilson, the Texas Law Hawk.
All right, with a dwarf center, it's gone.
So the reason why I
he
showed
stole
you that
the motorcycle from that dwarf, by the way.
So the reason why I showed you that is because the Texas bar actually made it so he couldn't do those commercials anymore because they said it made the legal field look less less
reputable.
That's reputable.
It's over a line somewhere.
But those commercials are gold. gold though. The Law Hawk, baby. 10 out of 10, right?
Oh my God.
It's hard to tell what he was advertising at first. Eventually.
Hopefully his YouTube editing services. Good God, that was well done.
Oh, he has like a whole bunch of these, but that's him, the Texas Law Hawk. He's blowing up, but he's good. And he actually has a phone call with the Bar Association, like trying to talk about the like that video. They're like, this is. He's like, no, I'm the Texas Law Hawk. So,
Oh my God.
One party consent, man. Record that shit. Put that on YouTube. That'd be good.
Oh, Eric.
Sir.
So I do have a hard 115 out. So just so let's transition to the, what are we going to, Young Jock? I mean,
sure.
young Thug, right?
Young Thug. Yeah.
So Bree, because I know Bree covers Bree. For those of you who don't know, boss attorney Bree down here on the other side covers like all this stuff for us too. So Bree, I know you know what's up. Tell us what's going on in the streets right now. Give us the streets.
I honestly actually haven't looked that deep into it. From what I know, Young Thug and Gunna are being sued, or not sued, but they were indicted for RICO charges. I saw a little bit of the indictment, but I haven't gone through the full thing yet. And it only seems like they're indicted for 2 charges, and then they just have like 56 counts for the other 26 people that are involved. So it'll be very interesting how they're going to try to use their lyrics against them. They could be saying, hey, we're just content creators, so we were just rapping. We really didn't do those things. But I don't know if they're going to be able to.
We didn't do them. We just rapped about them.
Come on in, Legal Bites. I DM'd the link. I thought Nate already sent it to LawTube. So come on
in. But you know what though? But it seems like the government is really just using RICO to go after everybody. Because don't forget, they had Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Yeah.
RICO. Cardi B's best friend. RICO. You just had the other guy. I forgot the other guy, the other rapper that just went down on RICO charges. So it's like, you know, everything is RICO. So why do you think the government uses RICO so frequently to get these gangs?
I mean, they don't use it that much in the federal system, at least like not like they used to. Do they?
I don't know.
Well, I think
in federal court, do they use RICO as criminal law?
Yeah, they just used it for Lori Loughlin and Varsity Blues. That was all the RICO. Those are RICO charges.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, I think it's just hard for them to catch them, and the best way for them to do it is to go off of what other people in their gangs are saying, because
most
of the time the gang members, you can probably find something on them, and then when you're arresting 28 people, someone is bound to tell. So that's probably the best bet, because if you're the head honcho, you're not going to admit to it, and then the second chair is not going to admit to it, but maybe the lower level employee, if you want to call it that, lower level gang member, they might be willing to tell. So I think it's just a kind of, let's get everybody we can and see who's going to snitch.
I just want to let you guys know in advance, in the event of a RICO against LawTube, I will absolutely snitch against all of you.
Is this the opening bid? It's like, hey, I'm the cheapest here.
I'm hiring the law hawk to defend me.
Uh-oh.
Hey,
how's it going? Sorry, I'm like super duper late for this. I had things I had to take care of. I wanted to at least pop in. And also, I got really confused that this is like a whole new channel. Eric is basically taking over YouTube by just making all of the channels on YouTube.
I'm a walking MCN, okay?
I love it.
So we were talking about the young Thug indictment. Have you checked that out, Alita?
Nope. I know zilch, nothing.
See, all this pop culture stuff, it's because we're all into the guilty wife beater Johnny Depp versus the innocent Amber Heard, right? It's even hard to say. It's even hard to goddamn say. Oh my God. So what do we expect? What do we expect next week, though? what do we expect next week?
I don't know, because it's like right now I'm feeling like there's been such a lull in it that I feel like I need a refresher for the testimony that we've seen. So that's why I've been trying to figure out like when I'm gonna do another live stream to like, to kind of get warmed up for next week again. And I think I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I think tomorrow, probably around either late morning, maybe noon or something like that. Finish going over those last super chats from the other day, and then just have like a last month in review kind of stream.
I mean,
and be like, okay, right? How do
if
we
you do-
feel about these various witnesses?
You do need to get up to speed. I can't recommend more of the daily summaries by this small channel called Legal Bites. Really good stuff. Really summarizes the days really well, so you can go check that out. Small creator.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to go. And
Formerly
check them
small
out.
creator, yes.
Formerly
Formerly small creator.
I know it's weird. This is my first
Soon to
time
be hanging out with Matt Patton.
It's weird. This is my first time being in the chat on like someone else's channel and like seeing my name with a check mark next to it. I'm like, this is weird. This doesn't exist.
You're verified by YouTube.
Yeah.
Do you have to apply for that, or do they automatically give it to you?
No, you have to go through a process. I was like, at first I was waiting for an email. I assumed that I would like get an email from YouTube about it. And after like a week and a half or maybe a couple of weeks, I don't know time anymore. After a while anyway, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to Google this. There's got to be some way to figure this out. And then I found like the whole process, and then also to request the silver play button. So hopefully that'll be, I arranged to have that sent to California. So when I arrive there, I'll be unboxing it there. Partly because of like the timing and whatnot. So
a
I was
gift
like,
for a certain event.
Oh yeah, that'd be nice.
Exactly.
From YouTube. Thank you, YouTube. No.
Exactly.
To yourself.
Yeah. So that's gonna be fun to be able to unbox that and whatnot. But it's weird. It's weird seeing I'm a verified YouTuber. I can no longer call myself like kind of a YouTuber or like a small YouTuber. It's like now like when people ask me what I do, I'm like, I mean, I guess I am a YouTuber. Like it's weird.
I YouTube. Sometimes you still get the shade though, because I be over there and they're like, just shade, like, oh, you're a YouTuber, shade. Then I'm like, well, it is what it is. But then they look at the videos. They don't want to talk about the money. The money's a whole different story. Oh my God. So next week, it seems like, I'm hoping next week, when cross happens, I'm hoping number one, it happens early in the week. I'm hoping like Tuesday, because I think we'll need that whole to really get out of it. Because I'm assuming she's going to be on the stand for at least 2 days on cross. I'm thinking cross is not going to be a commando raid. I think they got so much to unpeel that they just going to really ram her. What do you guys think?
Yeah. I think it's definitely going to have to be a longer cross. I think, but hopefully it'll be still very organized and very, very directed, which I mean, based on what I've seen from Camille's objection so far, she's been laser sharp and laser focused. So I have a feeling that she's going to be very organized in her cross-examination.
Hughes had me worried. I'm so glad that it's not the same person crossing, because Dr. Hughes, that cross was a disaster in my mind. And I'm just going, ooh, I hope they don't pull that. So my hopes are down a lot. A lot of me is like, oh God, they've got so much. This is gonna be the best cross ever. But then I think about Hughes and I'm like, oh.
Well, that's also different because you're talking about an expert witness who's used to being part of this kind of a process.
Yes.
And it's not her story. So she's a professional witness, even though she didn't want to be called a professional witness, but she is. Every expert is a professional witness. They're getting paid for their time.
Professional witnesses.
What's that?
It's like this is the one that taught people how to be professional witnesses.
In these specific cases,
right?
Right,
exactly.
Okay.
So which is different from Amber Heard, who of course is an actress, and people have their opinions about her level of acting skills, but she is, at the end of the day, she is an actress who's made quite a bit of money in the box office, for some of her roles anyway. But I do think that there is a difference in cross-examining Dr. Hughes and cross-examining Amber Heard. So it'll be very interesting to see.
I think she's got some skills. I'd allow her to be in my improv troupe.
Oh,
Amber Heard.
No, Dr. Hughes.
Dr. Hughes.
Dr. Hughes for sure. Let her in. I don't know about Amber.
I'm willing to take a chance.
Well, yeah, you trying to date her.
Get some talent. Oh, come on.
Kurt likes crazy. I can tell already.
He's like, yeah, she's crazy. Don't marry her, but I'll wrestle with her, let her cut my fingers off. Like, Kurt, you're a little.
We could have a little improv. Kurt and Amber have a little bit improvisational encounters.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh my god.
I was trying to make a diss on Amber Heard's acting skills, and suddenly we turned into Attack on Civil Law.
Hey, Nate's first in line. He was saying, "Hey."
That's true. I was so happy when Kurt said, "I believe Amber. She seems credible." I said, "Thank God Almighty, the chat was on Kurt now. I'm a free man. The chat is on you, brother. They're on you." Because there's only me and the Hogue. He was like, Nate, we hate Nate. It was like he said the magic words. She's credible.
And that's the thing that's always difficult about trying to have like a nuanced approach to a lot of these topics is a lot of people have made up their minds, and so they don't necessarily want to hear a nuanced approach because they're like, whatever, this is a waste of time for me, and I understand that perspective too, but I still think that our channels are where you should go for nuance.
Mm-hmm.
So,
except for here, there's really not going to be much nuance here. Nate and I are ridiculous. I promise we'll be as ridiculous as possible. Somebody brought up though, there are more people watching right now than there are subscribed to the channel. Can we fix that? Please?
Yeah.
If the subscribe button is red, the subscribe button is sad.
I love that
Please
one.
hit
broken.
The subscribe button so it will be happy gray. What it was
it's
meant
broken.
to be.
You need to unbreak it by making it gray.
Yes, if it's red, it's raging. It's mad.
Rob is in the chat. Lauren Lumber, Rob.
Hey, Rob is in everyone's chat. I love it.
Yeah,
it's so
I see
great.
Rob everywhere. Rob is like the presence that sees us all.
Just FYI, I got about 15 minutes before I have to do an interview, so
no worries. We're shutting down here within about 5. So
okay, great.
Yeah,
I get it. It's because I showed up.
Well, yeah,
yeah. We got to get out of here. We got to catch
all
you.
Right. Well, just kind of see myself out.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, did we forget to send her a link?
Me trying to like bully my way in through the chat.
Oh man.
I thought the Nate sent it to the legal law tube chat, so I was like, she'll get it there.
I was confused. I was confused because when he had sent his thing, and then I thought that was like something separate from what you were doing here, and so I just even after I had like a side conversation with Nate about it, I was like, I thought I understood, and then I didn't understand. Anyway, sleep is awesome.
Yes, it definitely is. Folks, actually, to wrap it up, this is a brand new channel. It is Nate and Eric, quite literally, just that. We spent a lot of time thinking about the name. We consulted everybody. We went through different focus groups, and we determined through thousands of dollars of investment that Nate and Eric, that's the name.
That is the name.
If you like reactions to pop culture memes, some law, but not really. We're going to go more general. Just, crazy things out there, viral videos, different things that are happening. Obviously, this trial is kind of the biggest cultural thing going at the moment. And yes, we are trying to grab some eyeballs from that because we are soulless. Speaking of myself, Nate, describe what we're doing.
Well, I think I'm trying to figure it out. We're reacting to viral moments, and we want to do it in a fun way. So for instance, here's a video that we are probably going. This is like something we're going to be watching, and we're going to be reacting to. So Eric, throw this up on the screen. And here we go. This is what this channel is going to be like.
Can't get enough of this guy.
Brian Wilson, Texas Law Hawk, Talons of Justice. Brian Wilson, the Texas Law Hawk, hunger for justice.
That zoom in, that pause, and
Brian Wilson, the Texas Law Hawk.
No.
Agree.
So this is a guy that needs to do this just on YouTube, and that's it.
Nurse the brain. Open up, or everyone's going to jail.
Oh, look at that puppy.
Y'all got 5? I don't know. 4, 3. Someone just called me. 2. You know you need a warrant for that. Know your rights. Call Brian Wilson, the Texas Law Hawk today. Brian Wilson.
That's what we're gonna be doing, people. We're gonna be going crazy.
There are
crazy stuff.
There are some other Texas lawyer advertisements that I have seen that are also just insane. So I will have to see if I can find those and send them to you guys for the next episode, because he's not the only one that has done something crazy like this.
Well, the funny thing is, he was we were talking earlier how the bar association was like they don't like these ads. He has to pull them because it's making the bar association look bad and all this other stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it looks a little cheap.
It looks fun, damn it. It looks fun.
Like, this is something that is great for YouTube. Maybe not so much for like making lawyers look professional out in the real world.
I would rather watch that than mesothelioma or whatever you want to say.
True.
And
Yeah.
I am
Very,
the hammer,
very-
roll the hammer, Stanley, or all those moron. I mean, this guy at least is funny.
There's a line somewhere between that and Better Call Saul and stuff, like, but I definitely think the really boring stuff where it just like makes you want to die is not helping anyone.
No, that's true. Well, it seems like that's our time, right?
That is. So, folks, please hit the like, subscribe on your way out. All the videos are going to be short in general. I mean, we need to do some live streams like this, but they'll be short, edited videos. Get in, get out, enjoy the meme. We'll have fun. And I hope to see you soon.